Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So this time around, I wanted to make a video with my ATV that I bought less than a year ago, and I thought it would be really interesting if we do it in the night. So me and my wife got out. I put the camera on the ATV, and we thought we'll do a nice off-road video at night. Thing is, I totally underestimated or overestimated the quality of my camera. So unfortunately, today I'm just gonna show you a few bits. Regardless, it's really interesting to stay around because we almost didn't make the whole trip. So basically, we faced quite a few issues. So it's really worth sticking out until the end of the video. So as you see here, I'm testing the low gear of the ATV. I thought it was actually too slow. There was no need for it. But anyway, I wanted to test how it goes. It's really slow. It's powerful but slow. I didn't have any need for it. And unfortunately, what I saw and what you're seeing is totally different. The quality is not as I hoped to be, but this video is just too good for me to actually not publish. I was totally surprised by the things that follow. Didn't expect it at all. But yeah, I mean, if you want to support this channel, you like this kind of videos, you want to see more of us on other videos, please comment below and even subscribe if you feel like it actually. Anyways, so here I kind of went the wrong way. I mean, there are quite deep holes on one side from the tires of tractors. So I just have to back up a bit and pick a better route. The biggest issue with this ATV, I mean, the roads I'm driving it on, the off-road roads I usually drive the ATV on, they're usually only used by tractors, which are a lot wider and they have a lot higher tires than me. So some of the roads are actually really, really dangerous and I can bottom out quite easily. That's not what happened in this one. I didn't expect, and actually, a fun fact, maybe a couple of months ago, during the summer, I did actually go this route during the day with my two kids, and we didn't have any issues at all. So I thought I'll take my wife. It'll be a bit exciting that it's nighttime, and also thought that on video it's gonna be really good. Unfortunately, it seems that the vibrations from the ATV caused the camera to have really, really bad quality. But anyway, let's see what happens next because what comes next is really interesting. As I said, I didn't expect that. I mean, I did expect all kinds of things to see. Yeah, so as you can see here, unfortunately, I had a little problem with the camera, but we ended up having a tree in the middle of the road. And this one was actually quite easy to move. And I thought, okay, one fallen tree, quite easy to get rid of. That's going to be all right. Well, wrong. Unfortunately, very, very wrong. Soon after that, as you will see here, we encountered a new obstacle. And can you guess what was it? Yeah, it was another tree, unfortunately. Or this thing was not actually a single tree, it was like three branches. And I thought that pretty much our trip ended. We need to go back. As you will see in the following, I don't know, minute or so, I actually tried to fight the tree and move it on my own strength. Thing is, it was quite big. And the interesting thing here is that every single time I go off road, I say to myself, you need to bring a saw and an axe so that if there's a tree on the road, because this is not the first time. I mean, in this particular area, I find trees on the road quite often. They're usually just bad and they fall down, so they're rotten. But the thing is, the last couple of times when I had to juggle around with trees, I actually didn't bring any tools with me. And this ATV, it has quite a nice box in the back, so I would even be able to bring a chainsaw if I wanted. But no, I forget it every single time. So as you can see here on the video, or at least what you can see. And again, I thought that this angle where I put the camera was gonna be quite interesting because it would be a new angle to film on. Now I actually regret it. I probably should have put the camera in the front of the ATV. But even if I did that, yeah, the video quality would not be better. So I'll have to upgrade my gear before I do another night adventure like this. So as you can see here, we spent like quite a bit of time trying to juggle the tree around and see if it's gonna move and if by any chance it's gonna give way so that we can actually drive by. And thing is, I mean, the three branches are so high that I'm not able to go over. And then I had quite a good idea. I mean, the ATV has a winch, so why don't I use the winch to actually pull the tree and clear my way out? So as you're seeing now, we are trying to actually use the winch for the first time. I didn't have any need to use the winch before, and I didn't even think that I'm gonna use it for moving trees around. But in this case, as you're actually gonna see, it wasn't such a bad idea. I was able to break the rotten tree and move it actually. So you'll see now how it goes. My wife is actually operating the doing all the hard work. I'm just sitting and pulling. But yeah, she was actually quite scared. She, I don't think we ever went on the mountain in the night. It's not something that we usually do. And yeah, here, guys, I'm pulling the tree, and if you can see, it broke, which is awesome. It was exactly what I wanted to happen. And the thing is, I I was really careful. I didn't want to pull too hard because I knew that I potentially could end up with a winch on my head. So I was just trying out to see if it's gonna give way. In this case, it actually did. So yeah, I was talking about my wife. It's the first time we did off-roading in the night. She's not she wasn't particularly happy. Unfortunately, I don't have any audio. I even put the camera on without the protective cover to get audio, but this action camera is actually useless. It doesn't even do audio, so you're unfortunately gonna listen to my voice during this video. So we're packing up the winch, and now there is one branch which remains at the end, which I am not able to remove at all. I mean, it's not budging. It would take me quite a bit of time to figure out. I would probably need to winch it again. I mean, get the winch and try to pull it out. But I'm looking at this branch. There is a bit of height, but in the end, I decide to just move over. So I decide to go over with the ATV. I mean, the ATV is really nicely designed. The lowest parts of the ATV is actually its chassis. So it's ladder chassis or however it's called, and that's the lowest part. So it it kind of easily glides over trees like this. Um, I think in this particular moment it didn't even touch the chassis because the tires were enough. They were high enough, so I didn't have any issues. And after this big adventure, I finally say to myself, "We're done. We're saved. There's nothing else to move around." And no, we're not. We'll get to this one. This one, if I remember correctly, is just a couple of branches, nothing special. We were able to move past it, if I'm correct, or not. This is the big one. Let me see. Because unfortunately, after going through two fallen stumps, so two trees that fallen on the road, no, it was freaking not enough. We had to end up with a third one. And honestly, guys, on the third one, I said to myself, "There's no way. We're not gonna make it." It was a big freaking tree with loads of branches. And yeah, so this was another small one, I guess. It wasn't too bad. A couple of branches, moved them around. It was quite easy to clear. And all in all, no issues there. But we finally come to the big guy. So you may not see it too clearly, but this is like a huge stump. Uh, it's quite long. It's going both ways. I mean, we're trying to move it. As you can see here, I'm pulling it like crazy, but it's not even near. I mean, this thing, I don't know. By this time, I was actually thinking of giving up. Go back. It is what it is. You don't need to go through with it. But yeah, said to myself, winch again. Let's try one more time. Maybe it's gonna work. We're pulling out the winch. We're gonna grab the tree and see if I can pull it back. And actually, this one was the hardest one. I mean, I barely was able to pull it out enough to make way. And you're gonna see, I didn't even manage to pull it out enough. But then we somehow managed to pass this one. So our like 15-minute adventure, nighttime adventure, just a nice off-roading trip. I mean, I don't know. It wasn't supposed to be like 5 kilometers or something on the mountain. I thought, ah, 20 minutes and we're back. Turned out to be much harder. And as you can see here, the motorbike is struggling a bit. So I didn't want to push it too hard again. I don't want anything flying my way. So I just went really easy with it. But again, this was all it did. I wasn't able to pull it much more. As you can see, I'll try again to push it, to pull it a bit more, but it's not going to work. So we are stuck with it being this way. Not much we can do. So yeah, here I'm trying pulling a bit more, but that was it. I don't want to push the bike too. I mean, it's a new bike. I wouldn't like to destroy it. So I kind of yeah thought to myself, probably we're not gonna make it. But then my wife says we maybe barely can squeeze by if somebody holds the tree on the side. So that was the new idea. I didn't have any options. Honestly, I hate turning back. First of all, it's again going back the same way you came. Um, Going over the stumps, I don't know. I mean, that's always an option. It's probably better to give up. But in this case, again, I just don't want to give up. I thought we are gonna make quite an interesting video here. So really sucks that the camera quality is bad. But anyways, I'm gonna publish it. Whoever wants to watch it is welcome. As I said in my previous video, there are a lot of things coming up. We are quite a fun family, and yeah, the great adventure here is going to be buying a motorhome and driving it through Europe for 3 months. That would be the first thing. And I mean, 3 months. It's not because I cannot do more, but in this case, the kids need to go to school, so I don't really have a lot of options. So I'm stuck with that. Anyways, as you can see here, we started breaking the branches and trying to figure out if I'm gonna have enough space to squeeze by. After pushing it up, I think I we may just have enough. So I say to my wife, I'll hold it and you can go by and try to go around it. One brush did catch a bit on the plastic, but it wasn't too bad. Nothing, didn't even scratch it. But yeah, it was the tightest fit ever, as you can see here. It's like crazy, crazy tight, and we are finally able to go around it. And here, guys, is the view is amazing in the night. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see it, but I'll try to remake this video at a later point with better gear. Honestly, I think I'm gonna need a stabilizer here or something to hold it on because the ADV just makes crazy vibrations. I'm on the asphalt again, nearing home. It was very, very unexpected. Thank you very much, whoever is watching. Thank you, guys. Please comment below, subscribe. It means a lot to me and my channel and my family. And I'm going to see you in the next one. There are going to be a lot of videos to come.